Do you want to know what these top 10 architecture firms are doing on Instagram to grow their digital presence that the rest aren't? If you are an architect and if you own a firm, this is a very important video for you. Okay, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the top 10 firms which I have figured out from the research I have done on 200 architecture firm accounts on Instagram, and I found out a pattern what these top 10 firms are following, okay, and why they are ranking on the top at the list. Alright, so the first of all, what I want you to know is why is it important to grow your firm on Instagram. Okay, now you have various opportunities for this, and not just on Instagram, but you can grow your firm on all the different social media platforms, and it helps you to boost your marketing, your digital presence, the HR of your company, and a lot of different aspects. Okay, like you can even hire good talent, okay, because when you are visible to the outside market, you are visible to a lot of people. So you can be visible to your potential clients, you can be visible to your potential staff, okay, a really great talent out there, right? And you can be visible to different other people, to media houses, to publications, so that you grow your presence in the world, right? So it is very important to grow your digital presence and have a huge impact, have a great presence on a platform. All right, so in this video we are going to be talking about Instagram. Now the first thing that you need to take care of is consistency, okay, and this is very much common for every difficult thing that we do. Okay, it's just like working out. Like if you go for a gym, you need to be consistent, right? Only then you'd be able to reap the benefits. So consistency is the key even for social media platforms. You need to be consistent onto posting stuff, you need to be consistent in engagements, okay, and it is just like being social. It is a social media platform, so you need to be social on social media platform, right? And also you need to be consistent. Now let me share with you this blog which I have written on how to grow the digital presence of your architecture firm. So this is the blog on these top 10 firms, and let me share with you all of these top 10 firms right over here, okay? And let me tell you, by saying top 10, I don't mean the work is from top 10, okay? Like all of these firms are really good at what they do, but there are many different firms who are really good at the work that they create, okay, the designs that they produce. But only the thing is that these firms are more visible to the market, okay? So these are the 10 firms which I was able to find out very easily, and with respect to that, there were some posts that they were doing, there were some patterns among these firms which are very much common. All right, and I'm here to share those patterns with you so that you can also use all of these patterns for your firms, and it could make your life simple. Okay, let me tell you, after watching all of these steps, I'm 100% sure that it is going to make your life very simple when it comes to posting stuff on Instagram. Okay, there is so much of content that you produce every single day, but it's just that you aren't aware of it yet. Okay, and this is the awareness that I want to give you. So the first thing is consistency. All right, then the second thing is to look at what are the type of posts that we do. Now a lot of firms, they only post the perfect things like renders or the completed projects, but that is not what you can post. There are different things that you can post on social media, okay, and this is what all these firms are doing, and that is the reason they are able to do it consistently. Okay, because you might not have completed projects at a consistent basis. It takes time for projects to complete, right? But what you have is a lot of content. The work that you do regularly at your office is the best kind of content that you can post on Instagram. Okay, so there are these 5 types of posts I have for you, and let's check them out one by one. Okay, so the first type of post that we need to show is, you need to show a human presence. Okay, now human presence is very important because Instagram is a platform which is a P2P platform, okay, which is people to people. Now you might have heard of business systems like B2B, which is business to business, B2C, which is business to customer or business to consumer, but this is a P2P thing, which is a people to people. Okay, you have a direct connection to the people, to your social media, to your community. okay, the people who are your followers. So it is very important that you have a human presence, you have a face for your brand, okay. And all of these firms, so in human presence there are different kinds of posts that you can do, okay. So I'll be showing you the examples first. Let's just go with these points over here. So first thing that you can do is you can walk through your creations. Now you might have completed a new project, so you can just take out your phone, or you could hire a professional photographer and you could walk through your design, explaining your design and the ideas, the your ideologies behind designing those things. Then the second thing that you can do is you can have interviews. Now there are a lot of different platforms who require interviews as their content and to present to the other architecture students and to the professionals about what your firm is doing. Okay, so you can have interviews with other people, you can do collaborations, then you can make video reels, okay, work video reels. Now what you can do is, while working on architecture projects, you can just take a small video, okay, capture a small video of your team working, or any software that has been that is being used at any particular time, drafting skills, model making, whatever that you do. You just take a 15-second reel and post it out on Instagram, okay, and you get a lot of reach, you get a boost in your reach. Then the next thing that you can do is you can participate in talks. Okay, so you can go and participate in various talks out there. There are different forms. There's ACE exhibition organizing talks. Then there are various professionals, various influencers who organize different talks on architecture platforms. You can go and talk. You can do a video call as such. You can do podcasting with people, and you can post that for the face of your brand, as a human presence. Then you can put on personal photographs. Okay, this is always an option. You can take your photographs, your team's photographs, okay, and just post beautiful photographs of yourself. Okay, you can even post candid photos. Then the sixth step is educational videos. Okay, now this is very much important because the number of people who stick to your account, they stick because they're getting something out of it. Okay, so it is not always about you. It is about your crowd, it is about your community. So just try giving out the education that you have. Now because you have a firm, you also have an expertise in some kind of work, right? And you have you when you design something, you have some ideologies behind that design, you have some problems, the solutions that you are addressing to those problems. You can make a small tutorial on it, on how do you approach towards your design, on any kind of a different tutorial on which you are expert on. Okay, so just make those tutorials and you can post those videos on your platform, which help you to even engage with your crowd, and at the same time you have a human presence on your platform. Okay, now let me just share with you some examples on how these people are doing all of these stuffs. Okay, so first of all, I just forgot to share with you, this is the consistency graph I have of these three firms. There's Sanjay Puri Architects, so not a graph actually, but a pattern of their posts. So you can see this is the month of Feb, okay, at the end of Feb and from the beginning of March, and you can see how consistent he is. Every single day, might have missed 1 or 2 days in between, but if you leave that, every single day there is a post. You can see the amount, the number of the consistency over here. Okay, the post that he does regularly, and all of these architects, okay, so everyone is super consistent at all of these posts. And so this is where the human presence comes into action. So you can have these kind of interviews, all right, or you can just post your pictures on your social media. Alright, so these are the different kind of posts that you can do. Then the other things that you can do is, the second type of post that you can do is you can post visualizations. Now there's a lot of visual content, the models that we make, okay, for interiors or maybe exteriors, and out of those options there are many more options which are not approved, right? So what do you do of that options? You can actually post them on social media. They act as a really good content for social media and to attract a lot of crowd towards your Instagram account. So you can post all of those stuffs. Now some examples of digital visualizations include realistic renders. Okay, so you can post realistic renders, you can post conceptual renders or models. So there are a lot of sketches that you make, right? So you can post all of those sketches as well. In this conceptual sketches that you can post, there's details that you can post. Now when I used to work at Beyond Eye Design Studio, my sir used to sketch a lot of different details, okay, because to share with me on how every joinery or how everything fixes together. Okay, so he used to sketch each and everything. So you can actually share all those sketches which you make. You could even take a video of those sketches, the explanation process on how you explain all of those things to your employees, and you could post those sketches and even the video along with that. Okay, then there's the other thing that you can do is you can post out rendered walkthroughs. Okay, now let's look at some examples on what these architects are doing. So you can see how Sanjay Puri from Sanjay Puri Architects, he posted a video on Instagram by sketching these residential blocks and explaining on what he meant by the design ideology, okay, what he meant by his process. So you can also post these kind of renders, okay, and we always make these kind of renders for our clients, right? Those Photoshop renders and all of that. This is also a sketch which is made on a tracing paper. Yeah, this also acts as a really good content out. So this is all what you can do, okay. And then the next thing that you can post is you can post site work. Now when you own an architecture firm, there are a lot of site works that happen, okay, interior site, exterior sites, and it takes a whole lot of time for that site to get completed. It at least takes like 3 to 4 months, right? And for architecture projects it takes years. Now what you can do is this thing can help you produce tons and tons of content, okay. Like even in a single day, one single site visit that you make, you can plan out content for your entire week and for your entire month. Now let me show you what you can do over here. So you can post raw site images, okay, the starting images of your site, those raw images on how you went and looked upon your site, how you documented your site, and finally what outcome you came with. Okay, so you can actually post something with a before and after outcome. Before we visited the site and after I designed, this is what the outcome I gave to the client. So you can post all of that stuff. Then you can post ongoing work process. Now when the work happens on site, there are a lot of problems which we face on the site, so you can sometimes address those problems and how did you solve those problems, or just random work pics, some candid work pics which might address your workforce. Okay, so such kind of posts also do really good, because it helps to relate people on what kind of work is happening there, how people manage the work which is happening by your firm. Okay, and this is what is meant by building your personal brand as an architect on social media, because you are actually presenting your daily work. Okay, it is totally very transparent and people get to know how you work, right? And that is what matters. Then you can so similarly you can show the problems faced on site, and finally you can show your completed works. Okay, so once the site gets completed, so people get to walk through the entire process from how the site was getting started up, and how you kind of started working on the site, how did you solve the various problems, and what the final outcome that we've got. Okay, so let me just share with you some examples over here. So this is an example of architect Vinu Daniel, and he is like this is a candid post. He's talking to I don't know, like he's a worker with him, so he's talking about how he wants to set up the process and all of that. Then there's these workers who are working, who are fixing up the wooden deck, and you can also take these kind of videos, okay, where you just keep the camera, a GoPro or any sort of a camera, and you take time-lapse videos. Okay, so this is also what you can do. So this is a time-lapse video of the site which Sandeep Khosla Architects they have done, and so these are basically the posts that you can do. And even if you take like 7 different posts, or let's say 10 different photographs of your site, you have one content per day for a week. So you have a lot of content options which you get from your day-to-day activities. So you actually don't have to appoint anyone to manage your social accounts. You can manage it all by yourself, and you don't need any completed work as such, okay, like only 3D models where you want to show it off, because because of all of these things you set yourself some restrictions and you won't be able to post regularly. Okay, so all of these kind of posts, they let you post regularly and be consistent on the platform, so that you consistently grow your presence, okay, because the marketing needs to be done consistently. All right, then the fourth thing that you can do is you can show off your office culture. Yeah, so office culture is something which is very important for employees. Now when some employee wants to join your office, every employee, he thinks, how would the office be? Would I be treated really well? Are my seniors good? How is the office culture like? Would there be people who would help me out, who would talk to me properly, or would there be people who would be just nagging and sitting on my head and all of those stuff? So what you can do is you can actually address that problem, exhibit your office culture. Okay, so there are different things that come into office culture, is that you can introduce your workforce. Okay, now while your workforce, your employees work for you, it is very important that they also get some recognition, because people always want recognition and people want to be known. And what is the best way than to post your employees on your social media account and give them that recognition? Okay, they also feel respected and they feel very happy about that. Okay, so you can introduce your workforce, put down your names, what post they are doing, what kind of work that they have done, what beautiful service that they have provided for your team. You could address those facts. Then the second thing that you can do is you can post fun activities. Okay, now in an office you always have fun activities. Like when I was working, we used to order pizzas. Okay, we used to order like every single week something or the other. Sometimes we used to order pizzas, sometimes burgers, sometimes all the different kind of stuff out there. During Ramzan we used to order chicken and all those munchies, those edibles we get for Ramzan and Eid, all of that stuff. So you can just actually post all of those things, those happy memories of your office, the clicks that you take, and the employees who share those stories on Instagram. You could actually take those photos for yourselves and you could share that on your company profile. Okay, and it becomes very amazing for people to relate with your firm, and people find it very much entertaining and very much happy. Okay, then the third thing that you can do is you can post the material selection process. Now even if you are an interior designing firm or an architecture firm, material selection process happens everywhere. Okay, so we always spend a lot of time selecting materials onto what matches with what, and does this option really would go good, and it is a complete process where everyone gives their views and all of that stuff. So you can actually take candid pictures of that. You can take pictures of your mood boards which you have created, and you can post those things on Instagram as well. And the thing about this is you have to always do these steps while you go through any kind of a design. Yeah, so these steps are recurring steps, and it also gives you recurring posts. So the thing about this is, the entire step, the entire designing process that you go through, you just have to document that process with the help of photographs. Okay, photographs and videos. Now video contents do really great on Instagram than photographs also. Okay, then the next thing that you can do is you can exhibit your employee skills. Now some employees would be good at 3D modeling, some might be good at Photoshop. Okay, then there would be someone who's good at modeling, or there will be someone who's good at presentation. So whatever your employees are good at, you could take a small video of them while they're drafting things. Now like there are some employees who draft super fast. Okay, like I was in this office and there was this senior architect over there who used to control the entire WD department. Okay, the WD department for the firm, and his hand was so fast on the PC. Okay, like he used to be really fast with all the keys and the mouse and everything. So if there's some employee who's super fast with skills, then you can just take a video of them, take a screen share video of, you could like share their screen and you would post it on Instagram as well. Okay, now let's just see some examples of office culture we have over here. So there are like these things that you can do. So now there's this thing, they're having their lunch, Leaping Frog Studio. And there's this the Vinu Daniel architect. He shared the story of his mason. Okay, and then the Sanjay Puri's team over there, where they have taken pictures during an event. I guess it is Christmas or a New Year or something. Alright, so this is what you can actually do with your firms. Then the next thing that you can do is you can show off your awards and publications. Now this also has a huge impact on the decision making for your firm, the decision making for the leads which are getting to your firm. Okay, so whatever the awards that you have won. Okay, so the thing is, you can share awards with on as posts, and you can share magazine publications, whatever publication that you've got from on different magazine platforms. You can show that, and you can share your interviews with people. Then you could do podcasts. Okay, now podcast culture is right now rising in India. Okay, it has just started to grow in India. So if you start a podcast right now, it is going to be a really great thing for you, because you have an expertise in your field, right? The whatever that you're doing, you learn every day regularly. Okay, so just put down your learnings onto your podcast, so that you have different marketing sources. You don't have just one source of traffic, but you have different sources of people who can come to your accounts. All right. Then the next thing that you can do is you can share images and videos about different events that you have been to. Alright, so these are the 5 different types of posts that you can carry out if you are an architect and if you own an architecture firm. Alright, and the most important thing is consistency. You need to be consistent on the platform to grow your firm. That is the only key. Otherwise, you'll be spending a lot of money and it won't make sense, because right now for even doing one ad, you need to spend minimum of $1, which is 76 rupees you have to spend per day for an ad. But only if you document your entire process, okay, the work that you regularly do and which you have to do as an architect, you just have to take some time out, click pictures and share those pictures on social media, and grow your digital presence consistently and continuously, and be visible to the outside world. So if you found this video useful, just give me a like and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon, so that you don't miss any other future informative videos from me. And if you want access to this thing, okay, you can just go on to my blog, where I have documented all of these steps, okay, all of these pointers on what these architects are doing. And if you require a consultancy on how do you grow your architecture digital presence, your architecture marketing presence on Instagram, LinkedIn or any other platform out there, through SEO or on websites, blogs, you can go on, type on this button and schedule a one-to-one consultation call, and I would be really happy to help you with the digital presence of your firm. Okay, so this is the link which you'll have to put, sankashnarvekar.com/architecture-firms, and you'll get to this blog. Okay, I'll be including the link in the description. Thank you for watching this video. Let's meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.